In Matthew 11:28, Jesus Christ addresses the challenges and issues that face each one of us in our lives. Notice what he says here. Matthew chapter 11, notice what he says in verse 28. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Now, which one of us doesn't this apply to? I think there's times in all of our lives where we feel burdened down, where we have a weight on our shoulders that we just don't know what to do with. Well, Christ focuses us on Him. He says in verse 29, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." He says, "For my yoke is easy, my burden is light." Perhaps there's a time in our life we're not even sure why we feel the way we do. Why do we have this heaviness? Well, we have to recognize that life burdens us down at times. And Christ says, identify that. Identify what is it that weighs us down. And then once we identify that, he says we're to bring it to Him. Bring that issue, bring that challenge, bring that trial, that heaviness, that burden. Bring it before God. Lay it before Him. And then he says, I'll carry that load. Christ promises to help us. So we can pray for that heaviness to be removed. We can pray for that burden to be lightened. We can pray for that trial to have a relief. And so when we do that, Christ promises us a heaviness that will be relieved, a burden that will be lightened. And so remember our focus. Remember Matthew 11:28. And even though we have a yoke, we have a heaviness, we have a challenge before us, Christ says He'll carry that because His yoke is easy and His burden is light. So let's look to Him. That's BT Daily. We'll see you next time.